Today is January 9th, 2026, and is technically the first important release day of the year. Some things did release on the 2nd last week, not very many. Covered some of those with a short review earlier today. Otherwise, the big stuff is releasing this week. There's only 3 releases that are notable from my point of view, and The Ruins of Bevrast is obviously at the top of many people's lists. I hadn't heard it until today. I had heard some of the preview tracks. I wasn't that impressed. I think that gothic metal has sort of fused into a lot of Von Records repertoire, and I'm not sure that I'm really feeling the gothic side of things. But as I listen to this full record, it seems pretty substantial based on a first listen today. It's a first impression. We'll see how that sorts out. I don't know if I'll review it or not. Typically I would. Otherwise, Ectovoid's In Unreality's Coffin is a notable old school death metal release. Great production values. I did a full review of the record. Solid album, not that memorable, but admirable in all that it does. And then Oraculum's Hybris Divina is my choice for the week for the best. It is my editor's choice. I did a long review on the entire thing, and you can go view that at the website to check out what I had to say. All of it was good. It's a fine record. Again, not that memorable. Brings a lot of old school death metal plus to the task, and seems to have some sort of meaning and feeling put behind it. So it's a substantial record that I would recommend and did recommend. Check out the review. So today I have 9 songs to show to you. They're picked from the week's news, and they basically announced 9 new releases. 3 of them from one record label because they're just very prolific, and the rest I think are just either notable or were worth talking about this week. So the first song I want you to check out is Devoured by Cadavril. This is a Romanian death metal band aiming for what they describe as a relentless attack of raw old school death metal energy refined for the contemporary listener. In general, it is fairly dull, but we'll cut to a clip and then I'll give a little bit of commentary before we move on. So for me, this is kind of a thumbs down across the board. It is an interesting out-looking album cover, a decent sounding band. The riffs just aren't there. There's nothing that really compelled me to write about this. I just thought I'd mention it because it is death metal and it might interest some folk who are just interested in general everything death metal related. Next we have Herod, a Stockholm, Sweden-based band that pulls in members from a well-known band Morbus Kron and creates something that is fairly traditional Swedish death metal. This song is actually pretty good. Blood Covenant. It's the one that I'll play for you just a little bit. I think it's a fairly notable return to the classic style that Morbus Kron began with. Now, I've listened to this album a few times. I think it's pretty solid. I think it's worth your time. I thought it was worth checking out because of the associations and the quality of this song in particular. So we have yet more old school death metal. This is probably one of the better picks in that range out of this list of 9. This is Buddha from Poland, and we'll cut right to the song, and he'll start screaming, and you'll get into it right away. It's a pretty good song. So Buddha is a death metal band, an old school death metal band that has a little bit of a progressive touch, and this debut full-length album, Amyotrophy, is solid throughout. I think it's one of the better releases coming out from Gods of War this month. I think there's 3 or 4 new releases on slated so far, and this is the one that I think stands out the most. It's the one I'm most likely to review, and we'll have more to say about at another time. For now, I think this is very much worth following and checking out to see if it's your thing. Next up, we have Decipher from Greece with Thelema, their sophomore full-length album, and second for Transcending Obscurity Records. I think that the first one was interesting. It was textural, it was dark, and it was a solid record, kind of a black death metal tinge to it. But overall, what they've done here is expand upon that sound, really just continued the thought. And you can tell there's been some improvements in some of the production values. Some of the songwriting is a bit different. It's a record worth checking out, and I think this song, Return to Naught, will give you a pretty solid idea of what to expect on the record. In the sea of Next, we have Zer, which is a German thrash metal band who have some hardcore punk influences in their sound. It is very much kind of a crossover sounding record that has gone a little dark. To me, this latest album, Rotting on a Golden Throne, reminds me of when crossover bands were listening to like Sepultura and Creator in the late 80s and taking on just heavier riffs, kind of hitting the mosh level of it for the time and just attacking a little bit harder. Otherwise, this song, Pigs Will Be Pigs, kind of speaks for itself. It's kind of a classic sound. If you like Power Trip, you'll probably like this too, also. So that's another reason to check it out. The second full-length album from Necromantia co-founder The Magus is Daemonos Sophia. It's purported to be a journey to demonhood, and he said that it's intending to be more edgy, vengeful, aggressive, and whatnot, while keeping it theatrical as he would. You can check out this song Pseudo Prophete to start. So while I'm not a fan of the AI music video, it doesn't do much for me. Who really cares? I do think that this is going to be an interesting album based on what I've heard so far. I don't know that I liked the first one all that much, but this one sounds like it's maybe a little bit more geared towards what I'm interested. Still don't know that I will end up reviewing it, but this did catch my interest with this song, so check it out yourself. Quebec-based black metal band Sanctus have returned for a second album, and this time it'll be through Osmos Productions. Releases later this month. I'll definitely review it. It's a solid record, kind of melodic, but it's what you would expect from Quebecois black metal. Check out this song, and that's all I have to say about that for now. It's a good one. One of my more anticipated records for January is this new one from Ex Imperatus. Let's check out the song before I talk about it and get the vibe a little bit. So you might remember I had nothing but high praise for the previous record for this band, and I've been looking forward to talking about this one. Meritoriousness of Equanimity is actually a pretty great record. It's about as good as the previous one. There'll be more to talk about in the full review later this month, but I would say this is one to look out for. It's a great record, really great design on it, with solid production values, kind of the quality you'd expect after the previous one, but they've kind of pushed this a little bit further, and I really like that they kind of lean into their own sound a little bit. Solid band, and looking forward to that one. So our ninth and final note here is the latest single from Aggressive Perfector, a Manchester, England-based speed heavy metal trio who really impressed me with their first record. It was solid. It was kind of this early Slayer vibe attached to the new wave of British heavy metal, and they've kind of leaned into that sound a little bit more on Come Creeping Friends. Check out the song Dead Undead, and look forward to me reviewing it in March. It's one of my favorite records I've heard so far this year, actually. So big hype for that one. Check out the song, and that's pretty much all I have to say for now. So if keeping up with new releases is your thing, go to the website, check it out. Subscribe on YouTube. That'll, you'll get these videos whenever they go up, usually every week if we can. It'll change over time. This is not produced. I just kind of kick this together at the last minute. Do what you will. Do what you feel like.